This woman was starting to regret choosing art school. The oil paint fumes filled her room every day, creating a sharp, unbearable smell. She couldn't see any future for herself, and graduating from art school felt like a one-way ticket to unemployment. What made Mitsuko even more upset was that her entire class had no boys. She could tolerate all of this, but what happened next completely broke her down. She saw a life drawing of the human body that was going to be displayed at the school's exhibition for a whole year. And the most unbearable part was that the artist of the painting was her own sister. Mitsuko looked closely at the painting, and everyone soon realized that the model in the painting was none other than Mitsuko herself. She went to the teacher to express her concern. The teacher was also shocked because it was the first time she had seen a student's work like this. Mitsuko insisted that the painting be taken down immediately. The teacher disagreed, saying it had to stay up for a year because it was the school's tradition. Mitsuko's sister, Kyuko, had won the school's painting competition and received the gold prize, so her work had to be displayed. There was nothing the teacher could do, and although Mitsuko had objections, she was told she had to complain to the artist herself. Mitsuko argued that her relationship with the artist was not good, but the teacher didn't believe her. The artist was Mitsuko's own sister, Kyuko. The teacher couldn't believe that Mitsuko and Kyuko had a bad relationship, considering Mitsuko had agreed to model for the painting. How could Kyuko have created such an artwork if their relationship was truly bad? The teacher reassured Mitsuko that no one at the art school would judge her, as it was a place for art, not for gossip. But Mitsuko could feel the eyes of the students on her, and it made her feel uneasy. The teacher had underestimated the curiosity of the students. Mitsuko had become the focal point of the entire school. No matter where she went, whether in the hallway, the cafeteria, or the art studio, she could feel the sidelong glances and overhear people discussing her. Mitsuko felt that her life had turned into a nightmare. She had become a famous figure in school. What surprised her even more was that her family came to visit her at school. They were there to admire Kyuko's painting. They thought the depiction of Mitsuko in Kyuko's painting looked even more beautiful than Mitsuko herself. And so, her entire family posed for a seemingly warm family photo in front of the painting that had embarrassed Mitsuko so much. Though Mitsuko smiled in the photo, inside, she had already imagined killing Kyuko 1,000 times. Mitsuko swore that the humiliation she had endured would be something Kyuko would experience herself. Late one night, Mitsuko quietly pushed open Kyuko's door and looked at her coldly. Her voice was emotionless as she told Kyuko to strip. Mitsuko repeated her demand, forcing Kyuko to comply. Finally, Kyuko agreed. Mitsuko was going to paint her own art piece for Kyuko, and she planned to win the gold prize. She wanted to use Kyuko's own method to make Kyuko feel the humiliation Mitsuko had endured. She also planned to deliberately distort Kyuko's image in the painting, making her look as unattractive as possible. That way, Mitsuko could at least feel a little less angry. Kyuko commented that it had been a long time since they had spoken, but Mitsuko was shocked by Kyuko's response. Instead of being angry, Kyuko looked excited and said that she had been waiting for this moment for a long time. It turned out that everything was a trap set by Kyuko. All her actions were part of a carefully designed plan to lead Mitsuko down a path she had already set out for her. Mitsuko asked Kyuko how she had painted her body. Kyuko explained that she had imagined it. Mitsuko found this disgusting. Then, Kyuko suddenly asked Mitsuko why she chose to work after graduation. Mitsuko had drawn so well, she should have continued her education. But Mitsuko felt that her art was not good enough, and that she was even worse than Kyuko. Continuing her studies seemed like a waste of time to her. Kyuko disagreed, saying that Mitsuko's art wasn't bad at all. She had seen Mitsuko's art exhibition in her third year and thought Mitsuko's work was the best.